This is the help video for Word Chapter 3, Pause and Practice number 2. On the right I have the SimNet SimBook up with the instructions. I note that I don't need any additional files other than the file I ended 3.1 with. So we already have it named correctly, so we can really skip through to step 3. So step 3 says accept, track changes, and delete all comments in the document, right? So we're going to go in the review and in the changes group. I'm going to open this up so you can see a little better. We're going to do the down arrow and do accept all changes. So those changes that we made at the end when we had track changes on are now accepted. Then in the comments group, in the bottom of the comments, we're going to click on the delete and say delete all comments. So the comments that we put in, they're going to be gone. Okay, so kind of all of that's taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and hit save just to save it. And now we're going to actually do some work that's going to be used moving forward, right? So on step number 4, we want to insert endnotes. So endnotes and footnotes are both in this category of extra information. So and the only difference between an endnote and a footnote is their location, but they're used to put information like if you use an abbreviation, what does that abbreviation mean? Or something like an FYI about something that's in your document that isn't incorporated into the actual text, but rather it's something that you need to show to the reader. It is not it's not a reference, right? It's not the same. So we're going to do an endnote, and then we're going to actually switch it to a footnote. So an endnote, all of the notes appear at the end of the document, and footnotes appear at the bottom of the page that you're referencing that additional information. So we're going to do an endnote first, and then we're going to learn how to change it to a footnote. All right, so we want to find this PTP. It's in the first page and the first paragraph. So right here, it's like the second line. So right after PTP, we want to insert an endnote so that we can explain what PTP means, because someone will be like, what is that? So we want to be on the References tab, and there is a group here called footnotes, right? But we want to insert an endnote, not a footnote. So we're going to do endnote. So insert endnote. It's going to take us to the very end of the document, and it's going to put that little I there. So now we're just going to type personal training, lowercase, training program in my endnote. So now that's at the very end of the document, right? That's why it's called an endnote. So now we're going to find the first occurrence of max VO2. So that's page 3. So you just want to watch down here what page number you're in. So scoot that up a bit. Page number 3. Page number 3. Okay, that's a little better. So we want to be on page 3. And we want to find max VO2, right? So training intensity and heart rate, second sentence. So right there. So right after the 2, we're going to insert a endnote. And we're going to put the highest rate of oxygen consumption attainable during maximal or exhaustive exercise. Okay, so then we're going to go to page 3, sample session. I just kept scrolling right past it. Okay, right here, sample session. It's on page 3 under the training, right under where we just put that. Insert after RPM and before the period. So you always want to put the footnote or endnote character before the period. So we're going to insert endnote, and we're going to say revolutions per minute. All right. Then in this second endnote, we want to select maximal. I'm going to press and hold my control key, double click on exhaustive, so I have both words selected, and then I can just do my B, or I could go home and do B. I just did a right click and did it off of the quick little menu there. And italic, so I'm going to right click again, italic. So maximal and exhaustive have bold and italic applied. And I'm going to take a second and save my file, because now we want to convert the endnotes. Because, okay, so you're reading, the reason I don't like endnotes is, so you're reading and you come here and there's, okay, I don't know what that means. Well, I can't just look down here and see. I got to go all the way to the end of the document to find out what that means. And that's kind of stinky, I think. You just want to, be, make it easy for the reader, right? So we're going to change these endnotes to footnotes. So we're on step 5 here. So in the references, we want to go to the dialog box launcher here. It brings this up. Right here, there's a convert button in the dialog box launcher. So we're going to say convert all endnotes to footnotes. That is what we want to do. So I'm going to do OK. And I'm going to close. So now when I'm reading and I see PTP, if I come to the bottom of the document, look, personal training program is written right there. While I'm reading here in page 3, right, what is VO2? Oh, it's here. Oh, it's here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to the top of the document, and let's see here. No, launcher again. And now what we want to do is we want to change the format. So we want to click that down arrow and we want to pick ABC and we want to apply that. So once you can set that, you should see that it's ABC. All right. All right. Change the style of the footnotes. Okay, so we want to, on the first page, we're going to right click here and we're going to go into style. This is where the look of this footnote is determined by the style of footnote text. So if we right click and go into style, we can modify that style that's being applied. So we want to make it smaller. So we're going to modify and we're going to make the font a 9 point. And we want to change the spacing. So right now it's single space. We want to change the spacing to 1.5, which is this middle button. And then we're going to do OK and apply. So I don't know if you saw it just jump, but it got a little bit smaller. And then let's see, do any of these wrap? No. So we have, so right here, the spacing between that is a little bit more than it was before we applied it. All right, so I'm going to take a second and save. And now we're going to look at, putting in a source and citation, but I'm going to stop this movie and pick up on the next one because this one's already 10 minutes. All right, so we'll pick up with the next movie at step number 7. All right, thank you.